Cardfight Vanguard Dear Days 2.
Greetings! Mantare79 here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Cardfight Vanguard Dear Days 2. Alright, let's begin. Pressing the A button now. Loading game and proceeding to the main screen. Here we are in the main menu. And now for those of you who watched my previous video, I spent that time showcasing and presenting the DZ Strike Deck 09 for Nuwatama Shiranui Oboro over here. And now in today's video, my next objective is to do the same thing. Once again, purchase and showcase to all of you another strike deck that was made available in this game, Dear Days 2. So first we go over to the shop menu here. Here we are in the shop menu and going over to the deck section over here. Scrolling over the D-SS. And here we are. And for the D-SS we have is over, here it is. D-SS10 Strike Deckset Luard. Constructed deck of Keter Sanctuary with the right line of Dragheart Luard. Cards and deck recipe are available by purchasing. Buy this deck. Would you like to buy this? Yes, no, 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 yes, and click. Deck purchased. There are cards exceeding the max number of cards owned. They have been exchanged into CP automatically. Okay. And deck purchase, cards obtained and processed, CP obtained as well. So here is the strike deck set for number 10, Luard. It all looks fine from here, so we are leaving the shop menu and going back to the main menu. Here we are in the main menu, over to deck build menu. And here we are in the deck build menu, and there it is, the strike deck we just purchased, the D-SS10 for Keter Sanctuaries, Shadow Paladin, Dragheart Luard. And alright, let's begin by showcasing the deck. So going to edit deck here. And here we are in the deck build menu. Let's get to showcasing this deck. First, for the cards in the deck, we start with the right deck. For the cards in this right deck, we have the Grade 3, Dragheart Luard. Skills, first skill, auto as a Vanguard, Ritual 3. Active if there are 3 or more Grade 1 cards in your drop. At the beginning of your ride phase, cost, choose 2 normal units from drop and put them in the bottom of the deck in any order. If the cost is paid until end of turn, you may stride without paying the cost next time you stride. Second skill, auto as a Vanguard. When your G unit stride during your turn, cost, counterblast 1 and choose a rear guard and retire it. If the cost is paid, search your deck for up to 2 Grade 1 or less cards and call them the rear guard circle and shuffle deck. And alright, the Grade 3 Dragheart Luard we have. 1 the right deck. Next, the Grade 2 Drag Wizard Leafall. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is rolled upon by a Grade 3 with Luard, in its card name, cost, Soul Blast 1. If the cost is paid, draw a card. Second skill, auto from the drop zone, Ritual 3. Active if there are 3 or more Grade 1 cards in your drop zone. When your Grade 4 with Luard in its card name is placed on the Vanguard circle, cost, discard a card from hand. If the cost is paid, call this card to Rigor Circle. And okie dokie, the Grade 2, Drag Wizard Leafall, we have 1 the right deck. Next, the Grade 1. The Grade 1, Drag Wizard Niece. Skill, auto, when this unit is placed by riding from Drag Prince route, draw a card, and you get a Dragheart Luard crest. Affirmative, the Grade 1, Drag Wizard Niece, we have 1 the right deck. And over here, the Grade 0. Drag Prince, root, starting unit. Skill, auto, when this unit is rolled upon, if you went second, draw a card. Confirm, the Grade 0, Drag Prince, root, we have 1 the right deck. With that, we covered the cards in the right deck. Next, let's get over to the main deck. For the cards in this main deck, we have the Grade 3, Dragheart Luard. Since we already explained this card's skills and effects during the right deck portion of the video, we just skip ahead. For the Grade 3, Dragheart Luard, we have 3 in the main deck. Next, the Grade 3, Solemn Cloud Dragon. Skills, first skill, continuous as a rear guard, Generation Breakthrough. Ritual 3, active if you have 3 or more Grade 1 cards in your drop zone. During your turn, this unit gets plus 10,000 power. Second skill, auto. When this card is discarded from hand while paying for the cost of strike, you may draw a card. And alright, the Grade 3, Solemn Cloud Dragon we have 4 in the main deck. Next, the Grade 2, Drag Wizard Leafall. Since we already explained this card's skills and effects during the right deck portion of the video, we just skip ahead. For the Grade 2, Drag Wizard Leafall, we have 3 in the deck, the main deck. Next up, the Grade 2, Drag Wizard Morfessa. Skills, first skill, continues from the drop zone. This card gets Great -1. Second skill, Auto. As a rear guard, Ritual 3. Active if you have 3 or more Great 1 cards in your drop zone. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a Dragheart Luard crest until end of battle, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. If your G zone has 2 or more face-up cards, cost Counterblast 1. If the cost is paid, search your deck for up to 1 unit card through the ritual ability or a different card from this unit, call to rear circle and shuffle deck. And affirmative, the Grade 2, Drag Wizard Morfessa, we have 4 in the deck. Over here, the Grade 1, Drag Saver Esrus, Sentinel, Perfect Guard. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may own up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel deck. Second skill, Auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units. It cannot be hit until end of battle. If your hand has 2 more cards, choose a card from hand, discard it. And confirm, the Grade 1, Drag Saver Esrus, we have 4 in the deck. Over here, the Grade 1, Abyssal Owl. Skills, first skill, action from hand. If you have a Dragheart Luard quest, cost, discard this card from hand. Discard a card from hand in the cost and pay. Search your deck or drop for up to 1 Grade 3 card with Luard in its card name. Reveal it, put in the hand, and if you search the deck, shuffle deck. Second skill, Auto from Drop Zone, Ritual 3. Active if there are 3 or more Grade 1 cards in your drop. At the end of your turn, if you have a Vanguard of Luard in its card name, cost, bind 2 cards to the same card name as this card from drop, and countercharge 1. And already, the Grade 1, Abyssal Owl, we have 4 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 1, Drag Wizard Semias. Skills, first skill, continuous as a rear guard, Ritual 3. Active if there are 3 or more Grade 1 cards in your drop zone. During your turn, if you have a Dragheart Luard crest, this unit gets plus 2,000 power. Second skill, Auto, Generation Break 1. This unit is when this unit is placed on the rear guard circle other than during battle phase. If you have a Vanguard of Luard in its card name, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card from among them, call to rear guard circle, put the rest in the bottom of the deck in any order. If you call the card at the end of the turn, retire the unit called by this effect. And okay, the Grade 1, Drag Wizard Semias, we have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 1, Preservation Angel. Skill, continuous as a rear guard or guardian, Ritual 3. Active if there are 3 or more Grade 1 cards in your drop zone. This unit gets intercept and plus 5,000 shield. Affirmative, the Grade 1, Preservation Angel, we have 4 in the deck. Over here, the Grade 1, Luminosity Wizard. Skills, first skill, continuous as a rear guard, Generation Break 1, Ritual 3. Active if there are 3 or more Grade 1 cards in your drop zone. If this unit was placed on the rear guard circle this turn, this unit gets plus 10,000 power. And second skill, Auto. When this unit is retired from rear guard during your turn, if you have a Dragheart Luard crest, you may soul charge 1. Then choose 1 for Vanguards, it gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. And okie dokie, the Great 1, Luminosity Wizard, we have 4 in the deck. And then for the triggers in this deck, we have the Great 0, Light Dragon Deity of Honors, Amritonia, Overtrigger. Skill, trigger, additional effect. Until end of turn, you also perform drive checks for the battles or rear guards attack. And affirmative, the Great 0, Light Dragon Deity of Honors, Amritonia, Overtrigger, we have 1 in the deck. Up next, the Great 0, Knight of Orderly Bow, Leavark, critical trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Here, the Great 0, Accumulation Sage, draw trigger, we have 3 in the deck. Next, the Great 0, Shargown, front trigger, we have 4 in the deck. And last but not least, the Great 0, Knight of Clarion Strings, Ricula, heal trigger, we have 4 in the deck. For the trigger line of this deck, we have in Amritonia Overtrigger, 1, 4 critical triggers, 4 front triggers, 3 draw triggers, and 4 heal triggers. With that, we covered the deck's main deck. Next, let's get on to the G deck. For the cards in this G deck, we have the Grade 4, Drag Strider Luard. Skills, first skill, this card cannot be put in the main deck. Second skill, Stride Step, cost. Discard a Grade 3 card with Luard in his card name from hand. If the cost and paid, strike this card into your Vanguard from face down. When you stride, your original Vanguard becomes the Heart card, and this unit gets that card's power and card name. At the end of the turn, return this unit face up. Second skill, Auto as a Vanguard, Generation Break 2, Ritual 7. When this unit attacks, if you have 5 or more units with the Ritual ability until end of battle, this unit gets plus 10,000 power, plus 1 critical. Then cost, retire 2 rear guards and discard a grade 3 card of Luard and discard it from hand. If the cost is paid, this unit gets drive plus 1, and your opponent cannot call grade 1 or greater cards from hand to guard in circle. Already the grade 4, Drag Strider Luard, we have 4 in the G deck. And here we have the grade 4, Drag Driver Luard. Skills, first skill, this card cannot be put in main deck. Second skill, Stride Step, cost. Choose 1 or more cards from their hand with some of their grades being grade 3 or greater and discard them. If the cost is paid, stride this card into a Vanguard from face down. When you stride, your original Vanguard becomes a heart card, and this unit gets that card's power and card name. At the end of the turn, return this unit face up. Third skill, Auto as a Vanguard, Ritual 3. When this unit attacks, cost, counterblast 1 and turn a card from G zone face up. If the cost is paid, search your deck for up to 1 unit card with the Ritual ability. Call to rear guard circle and shuffle deck. And okie dokie, the grade 4, Drag Driver Luard, we have 4 in the G deck. With that, we cover the deck's G deck, and we finish more or less showcasing everything that's to see here in the Stride deck for DSS10 Drag Heart Luard. So let's leave the deck build menu first. Here we are in the deck list menu, and here we are in D-SS10 Shadow Paladin Drag Heart Luard. With that, the deck has been showcased, Cardfight explained, and there's nothing more left to see here or show here for this Stride deck, so we are done here. Then we just leave the deck list menu, going back to main menu. Here we are in the main menu. And if that's all the time we have for today, first I want to say is thank you to the viewers for watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload again in the near future. I'll also be able to show support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that I say goodbye and see you all soon.